Hello and welcome to the first video brought to you by Sri Lanka Updates YouTube channel. I am Gayan Buddhika and I am from the beautiful island country Sri Lanka. You know that's what a beautiful country Sri Lanka is. Sri Lanka is a small island in the Indian Ocean. So I am from that country, and through this YouTube channel we are going to bring you news updates from Sri Lanka. Our prime motive is talking to the whole world about Sri Lanka. Mainly in these videos we are going to talk about the current political situation of the country, and in addition to that we'll be talking about subjects like culture, sports, science, and various things related to Sri Lanka. So in today's video, in this very video, we are going to talk about uh, the last local government election which was held in Sri Lanka. This is the 8th of May 2025. On 6th, 2 days before, 2 days ago, Sri Lanka's local government election was held, and already the election results have been issued. According to the election results, we know that the ruling party is NPP, National People's Power, under the symbol of compass, is ruling the country. The president of Sri Lanka is Mr. Annakumar Janayaka, and the government is the NPP government, the National People's Power government. Before the election, before the local government election, both the government and we expected that the NPP would get a landslide victory, like what happened in the general election. You know that in the last general election, which was held a few months ago, they had a landslide victory. All the other main parties like the UNP, SLFP, SLPP, and many other parties were defeated. They were badly defeated, and now the president is from NPP, and the cabinet and the government is from NPP, and more importantly, NPP government has a two-third majority in the parliament. Okay. However, in the local government election which was held 2 days ago, the NPP could not get the victory that we expected. So that is the point what we are going to talk about today. Okay. There are around 230 or 230 local governmental bodies, village councils, and other local governmental bodies. As they expected, they couldn't win all the councils or all the local governmental bodies. The other opposition parties like the UNP, the SLFP, more importantly the SLPP, had won some seats, and now in those in the governmental bodies which the opposition won, are going to establish their governments, their ruling systems. Okay. Let's now, before talking about the other facts, let's pay our attention on why the NPP lost their popularity among people to a certain extent, not fully. They didn't lose their popularity fully, completely, but to a certain extent, from a certain percentage, their popularity has been decreased among the people. So let's pay our attention on what the reason. The main reason is, as the whole country talks, before this government, especially the presidential election which was held in September 2024, they gave a lot of huge election pledges to people on their stages. I will mention you some pledges. They said that, you know that in 2019 there was a horrific attack carried out by ISIS terrorist organization, Easter Sunday attack on Easter Sunday 2019. A horrific terrorist attack, suicide bomb attack, was carried out in a number of Catholic churches and tourist hotels, and because of that over 350 people died, and a similar number of people lost their limbs, and they were partially and fully damaged. Okay. So one of the main election pledges of the NPP was that they said soon after they come to power, they would bring the real culprits or the mastermind of the East Sunday attack before people, and they will be punished. Now it has been about 6 months since the government has come. Still the government has not been able to find the mastermind or the real culprits. Still we have to expect that, we know that still the investigations are going on. The CID, police, and other legal bodies, they are doing their investigations, and still in the lapse of these 6 months, they haven't been able to reveal who the mastermind or who the real culprits of East Sunday attacks. So I personally believe that because of that, especially the Catholics and Christians of the country have lost their popularity, have lost their faith in the government to a certain extent. So this may be also one reason. The other reason is that the NPP government pledged that they would fully control the rice mafia in the country. We know that Sri Lanka's staple food is rice, and the whole country knows that there's a huge rice mafia. As a result of that, from time to time, the prices of rice is increased in an unexpected way. So another main election pledges of the NPP was they would fully control the rice mafia in the country, and still they haven't been able to do that as they promised. And the other promise is that they said soon after they come to power, within 3, 4, 5 months, they said uh, they would decrease the unnecessary taxes levied on essential food items, medicine and drugs, and stationery items used by school children. That pledge also has not been able to fulfill it. Okay, so other pages was other many other pages were given. These are a few main pages. Still, now it has been 6 months since the government came to power. They haven't been able to do that. Okay, and the other reason is that we know that this government is a very new government, right? They don't have ruling experience like other parties. This is the first time they are holding government. Therefore, when listening to the talks delivered by some government MPs, ministers, and other leaders, we can understand that they are kind of a stiff. They have a kind of adamant and stiff principles. Okay, so because of this stiff and adamant nature of the government, especially in some situations, they are reluctant to listen to others' ideas, others' opinions. It's not a good thing, it's a negative thing. So this also may be a reason to lose the faith of people in the election. Okay, now because of all these, there are many other reasons. I am not going to talk about all the reasons. Because of these reasons, now people in this local government election which was held 2 days ago, people have given them a small red light. Okay, red light. I don't I see as a red light, but I see it as a positive fact, positive message, because it has been only 6 months since the government came. They have another 4.5 years. The full duration of the government is 5 years, so we can wait, we can be patient, and we can wait for another 4.5 years. So because of these drawbacks and shortcomings of the government, especially since they were unable to fulfill all their main pledges, people have given them a red light. Okay, so it's a good thing. Now the NPP government, the president, the prime minister, and the whole NPP government can get an idea that people have given them a red light, people have showed them a red light. Now we should respond to them in a positive manner. So the main thing that they should do in order to do that is they should work harder, work more efficiently, and more importantly, they should take actions to fulfill the pledges given by them a few months ago. If they keep failing to fulfill the election pledges, people will give more red lights, and ultimately people will drive them away from rule. That's the nature. We know that in 2022, that is what happened. The former president uh, Gotabaya Rajapaksa came to power with 6.9 million vote base, and he also had a two-third majority, right? Due to various mismanagements and unnecessary activities of the government, people completely lost their faith. People were fed up with the government, and the whole world knows that the not only the prime minister but also the president was driven away from the country. He had to flee the country, right? So Sri Lanka is undergoing a huge economic crisis, economic recession. Actually, the country is bankrupt, still bankrupt at the moment. So this government has a lot more work to do. They came to power with the pledge that they would firstly they would bring this country out of this bankruptcy. That is also another pledge. It is not an easy task. We know that the country's economy is completely running on IMF regulations. So reinstating the country to the previous economic situation is not an easy task. It may take years. So we should be, as Sri Lankans, we should be patient. We should see what they are doing. But the other important thing is when we realize that the government is going along a wrong track, it's our prime duty and responsibility is to give them a red light and take them on the right path. Otherwise, nobody can stop country going towards the hell. Okay, the country is already in the hell. We cannot do that. Okay. These are the things what I want to talk to you. So this is the hot news from Sri Lanka. There are some many other hot news from Asian region, especially now India and Pakistan is on the verge of war. Yesterday I saw India had launched their counter attack or their reply to Pakistan called name by the mission. The mission's name is Operation Sindoor. So the Pakistan side also, they have said that they are going to counterattack, they are going to respond to that. So the whole South Asian region is going towards a very bad situation. We are not going to talk about that. Mainly what I want to talk about is Sri Lanka's current political situation and the last local government election. So I hope I talked about something important. And until I come to you with another educative and important update from Sri Lanka, I'm going to take your leave. You guys stay safe. Goodbye.